Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly, and we're going to be doing a lanyard with my new camera. So we'll see how it turns out. And I changed the background also, so it's a little bit lighter background for the most part. But Brian's win with the Tagalong from Weldon Carey. And I will move this. Let's see here. There. Let's move that up. That. And he picked up or picked out this. It's a blue micarta handle, but he picked out this paracord to go with it, and also this bead for it also. So and let's see how much I'm gonna want to cut. That looks like a good amount because I don't need a ton. Oops. And as you guys know, you sit there and you put it through, and depending on how long of a length you want as to how much cord you want to cut, I always go above and beyond on what I cut. It's just more of a habit than anything on doing lanyards or handle wraps. More handle wraps when I do those. Let's see here, do I have one handy that I did? Actually, I've got multiples handy that I did, and was it this one? I'm not happy with that one. I'm going to probably redo that one. But some of them I've done, I sat there and cut the cord and thought I had long enough, and it was short. And it's like this one, I just did it more for the wrap because the knife is a good fit. But I like to finish it with at least a little bit of something, and I just did that for something different. It's what it is. It's like this one was a different one, and this one was one that I had to kind of not fill up that first hole because of the way it fits in. I did that to begin with. Did a couple wraps. Sorry, I guess I'll make sure. Should have brought it back out. Normally I do it to where it's tight here, but because of the way it fits in the sheath, I couldn't get it in there, so I had to undo it and redo it. So it happens. It happens. Like I told people, if I do a handle wrap, it's more on a case-by-case basis because every one of them with the sheath retention, it's something that, you know what, that don't look tight. There we go. That I have to play it by ear as to where I have to go, and I'll probably still do it again, but I try to pay a little bit more attention to where it snaps in and where it hits and where I start the wraps at, because there is one that had a hole up top that I wanted to start the wrap at because it would have just worked out better, but I had to do one down and only do half of it because it just wouldn't snap into the sheath if I didn't do it that way, where the retention was. But let me get that back a little bit more so you can see as I keep doing it. But now see, for me, the 4 would be enough. I have a feeling Brian will probably want 5 or 6. One more. And I am going to pause you since he's home and I'm doing this while he's here because he wants to carry this tomorrow to work. He's like, "Did you do that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't." I was like, "Why? Do you want to carry it?" "Well, yeah." So I'm going to pause you. So hold on a minute while I go double check and make sure this is good for him. Okay, I'm back. He said that was perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'd already took that down, of course. And, I'm sitting here trying to think. Do I want that facing up? I think so. Kind of reminds me of a piston is what it kind of reminds me of. More than a bomb type deal. Oh great, I said bomb. They'll probably sit there and axe me from YouTube for using the B word. But I think that's going to turn out looking really good. I'll need to re-wax it. It's soaking into the leather from when I waxed it before. But that is a really awesome knife. If you guys haven't checked out the TRM Tagalongs, they really are a good small knife. And I know he's going to have to put a different loop or whatever on it. Or he may pocket drop it. He may put one of the clips on it that we probably got from Dark Water. But this sheath, I know it seems a little bit on the wide side, but it really isn't. You figure that's a pancake sheath there, and that works. And this is a taco sheath. They do give you two different versions of this sheath that you can choose from when you order them. But TRM, if you haven't gotten a TRM, I honestly highly suggest that you look into them. They make a really, really good series of knives. Fixed blades, folders, both. They actually just came out with, was it the Pitbull that is the auto, I think? Unfortunately, we're kind of staying away from autos. We never carry them, and it's to that point where the majority, I think, of my autos I plan on selling. I've got my Heretic Wraith back there in the pile that's in one of the that I need to redo the videos on and get rid of. Use it for sell bait, trade bait, whatever. Of course, it's the purple and black version in case you guys were curious. I will be doing that this week, though. It'll probably get either loaded up this weekend or next week. And today is the 29th, so you figure on the 1st I'll be doing the you know what for the July 4th deal that I got going on. And still think I might want to tighten that a little bit more. But I do have quite a few knives. I've got some fixed blades, I've got some folders, I got some automatics. Then I also have that I will be doing another video of the Mr. Jimmy knives where he's modded the scales, and I bought the knives and put them on. Like I mentioned in previous videos, those are the pilars or pilars. However, probably pilar is probably how it is, since I always pronounce it pilar. It's probably pilar, but those are $70 shipped, and usually I do. Yep. And I don't know. I've showed that in one other one where if you sit there and if you do one of these things, snip the excess off with a pair of good sharp scissors. And that's why I use scissors most of the time, because trying to do something like this with a knife doesn't really do. And since my camera is like really good, you can see it still has that little bit right there. Just do, and I mean lightly, and kind of smooth it out. And that will take care of small snags. If you do a bigger snag, then that's a different story. And like I've said before, if I do most of the time, if I do a snag, half the time, if it's for us, I don't care. I just fix it and be done with it. Oh, that's right. These are my crappy. I don't like these. That's why they're back here, because I don't normally do that. Back here, I grab my good set of needle nose pliers that have no teeth on them to usually do the tightening for the diamond knot. There we go. And dangalies. This is what I mean by dangalies. Dangalies. Now this, because I like it to be melted and rounded, I do usually do a pretty good heavy melt on the ends, so it kind of rounds off. See that, how it rounded off. Sorry, put some backing because it's trying to do on the back, and that's probably still extremely hot, so I don't want to touch it just yet. I've had my fair share of burns, and I don't need any more scars on my poor body. Anyway, that was just a quick show you with the new camera and see how that turned out. And I'd waxed this earlier, but because I put it in the leather sheath, it kind of soaked into the leather from the, because you can tell the difference between the two. But if you got wax, whether you use Yako's, if you do the Wicked wax, Bernie Stables Forge has some awesome wax. I grabbed this because it's a big one and it's easy for me to grab it. And this one is more malleable, I guess would be a good word. But you can also see I used the heck out of this one. I've got a good chunk of it gone. But treat your micarta, your carbon fiber. It makes the colors pop on your carbon fiber also. But I don't think it does anything for like G10. I definitely wouldn't put it on FRN, because to me, it ain't gonna do nothing on it. But micarta, definitely, unless you liked it to wear naturally. And hey, you do you. Let me get a clean cloth to wipe this off with, or a semi-clean one. Devo claws are so awesome to use. I probably got 3 of them over here. I've got a stack of them out in the living room that I keep as backup for future usage. But now that one's done. So Brian can be happy, and he can put his little pocket dropper clip on it and carry it tomorrow to work. Anyway, whatever. Like I haven't done 100 of these by now. You guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.